G'day, Sophie here, reporting to you from the banks of the beautiful Torrens River here in Adelaide, Australia. I just wanted to make a little video and encourage everyone. We're going through some really strange stuff at the moment. People are under a lot of pressure to submit to medical interventions that they don't trust necessarily, and that they're being coerced into getting against their will. So I would just say, hold the line, don't submit. Whenever you give way to a bully, then that bully owns you. G'day. If a bully is trying to get submission from you, and you are weighing it up on like, what are the pros and cons of this, they'll always win, because they'll always present an intimidation that makes it seem beneficial to just do what they say. But so if you don't think about, what are the pros and cons, but rather, is this right or wrong? And I think that's what we've got to focus on, and we've got to focus on the fact that there is something higher and bigger and stronger than government and all these issues. There is a God who created everything and who lives inside of us, and that if we align ourselves with right, we are aligning ourselves with that. And that is more powerful, and that wins out in the end. And even, one day we're all going to die. And so, we want to be right for that journey. That's more important in a way than if we pay the rent. So yeah, there's big issues and big pressures, but I just want to encourage everyone, there's going to be a great story out of this. We're going to go somewhere. Something's going to happen. We're going to, the thing that I've been thinking about is this morning was about the stories in the Bible. There's so many stories in the Bible that we take to be spiritual lessons. Like, for instance, David and Goliath. They're great symbols of something. And so now is the time that we get to live them. And so there's a few things going on, like there's also the exodus out of Egypt. So the God's people had become slaves, and they were being set free and taken out of Egypt. So in a sense, that's what's happening. We're coming out of slavery, the ones that are becoming awake, and we're going into the promised land. And that's a sort of a group understanding of what's happening. But the David and Goliath one is more like an individual thing, that we are all got to take on that spirit of David that stands up to the giant, that understands that there's a power higher than that thing that seems insurmountable. It seems like we can't beat it. It seems like it's out of our control and that we're just powerless. But if we know in our spirit who we are and who we belong to, then we're willing to do that, willing to face up to that. So there's a few stories in the Bible. I'll go into them another time, but I think we just got to be encouraged that this is a mammoth story. This is huge. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to have this opportunity to clarify what is real and what you believe and who you are and what you want and what you value. So embrace it and love it, and stay in the spirit. Keep coming back into joy, love, peace, kindness, goodness. Keep coming back into that. For us that are investigating this stuff and wanting to understand it, it's easy to get overwhelmed and feel that everything's hopeless, but it's not. And as soon as you feel that, as soon as you shift the atmosphere in your own soul, spiritually, you shift from that feeling like that is Goliath breathing down our necks, and he's just way too big for us to know anything of what to do with it. But that spirit of David rises up in us and says, who do you think you are? Whose world is this? Wait, what the flip are you doing? Who? Get out of my way. I'm coming through. So anyway, peace. Be strong. Everything's going to be all right.